Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know I'm in for a white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The yellow round.
All right, here we go. Night number 2 of racing for TI and Texas Motor Speedway, the Legacy track, home of the Wild Race Tuesday night in the Gen 4 Series. Tonight, it is the host of the Truck Series. Back for another season of racing here on a Thursday night as we get you locked and loaded for 8 weeks of racing here on the Captain Esports Network here from the Texas Motor Speedway, at least one of 8 different tracks we will see on the schedule. So we get ready to go here momentarily. Qualifying is now underway right now, about 2 minutes in. Logan Hamilton is on the pole, but we're going to focus on a couple of other things as we get ready to go into this race. And the main thing is, of course, the schedule. Now, I don't have a copy of the schedule to put up on the screen for you, but I can read it out to you. This schedule, nothing is changing. Of course, I mentioned Tuesday night, if you were watching, that Kyle Ethier had purchased a couple races and made some changes. So we're going to see Pocono on the schedule and also Dover. However, this track, the Truck Series, is going to stay the same. So we're going to be at Texas tonight, Rockingham next week, iRacing Super Speedway on the 14th, Kentucky, Sonoma, Michigan, Nashville Fairgrounds, and Talladega. Those 8 tracks all the way through October 19th will be on the schedule and ready to rock and roll here throughout these next 8 weeks. So appreciate everybody who steps in and helps out and joins us as we're going to get ready to rock and roll. And we got a newcomer who some of you might know if you pay attention on Friday nights, who has gone out and won the pole, it looks like, for this race. And congratulations to that young man whose name I won't spoil quite yet, because there are a couple cars still yet to qualify, including a Stephen Miles and a Kyle Ethier while that goes on. As a matter of fact, let's jump down on the track real quickly here and let's see what Ethier can do as he flies down the back straightaway here. Now this track, they're pretty much wide open. There is a ton of grip because we have to run the 2020 Texas setup here, which was a mistake Tuesday night. Not a mistake tonight because we had no choice. As Ethier is P10, so not the lap he wanted. Stephen Miles is P6 as he goes down the back straightaway. Let's see what he does in the turn 3 and 4. Shortcuts the dog leg there a little bit. Second, 29.47. So Casey Carrington is going to be on the pole in his first start. And this is not a surprise because he wins the pole a ton in the other series, his All-American series on Friday night. So, of course, we bring this hack in here all of a sudden who shows up and wins the pole in his first start. Really?
Well, I mean, it's like I was telling Craig, my superpower in iRacing is just putting the pedal to the floor and holding it wide open. So the thing that takes the least amount of skill is the thing that I'm best at.
That's like a lot of us, actually, when it's all said and done. Well, hey, congratulations. Welcome in. I see you've already done some really nice logos for the league. We'll show those off here in a second. But now you've gone and put Bobby Hamilton's paint scheme on the pole, too.
Yeah, that I don't know if he ever won here in that truck, but hey, he was my favorite Truck Series driver.
Ah.
I've run that truck paint for pretty much every truck race that I've ever done, so I figured it made sense.
So being a Casey Kane fan also, how was that Darlington night when Casey got that first win in his first start and Bobby took out his son, and whose son pretty much took a terrible lick in the door?
Yeah, I was watching an interview with Bobby Jr. a few days ago, and I was hoping they would bring that up, but that was... Yeah, it was weird. I didn't know that it was real. I didn't know that Kane was allowed to win a race at that point. Or at least he was allowed to score. So, I quite what to think.
He seemed to do that in the truck series an awful lot. But
Oh
anyways,
yeah.
well, hey, best of luck here, and you got a lot of pit stops tonight, so good practice for when you race tomorrow. Oh wait, next Friday night.
Yeah.
He's not good at that,
Yeah,
guys.
but hey,
Welcome
hey,
home,
I
Sergeant
I'll
Cook.
do my best.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, that is Casey Carrington. I'm gonna move him to some random chat, just to piss him off. I actually moved him to the right one. All right, let's show the starting lineup. He's a good guy. Carrington on the pole. Zach Mertes, 1/1000th of a second. Jumps up there, P2. Stephen Miles, Logan Hamilton in row number 2. Row 3, Rick Ward. Good to see him here tonight, alongside Ryan Whitaker. Craig Martin, Randy Cornwell, Chris Lewis, Ronald Piles there, row 5. Row 6, Kyle Ethier, Nick Leo. Row 7, Jake Vodowski, Dallas Childers, Clement Downing, Stephen Melnick. 18 drivers going to make the start here in the opening race of this Truck Series season. Race information. It will be 90 laps again tonight, 68 degrees, 32% humidity. Clear skies, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Track temp at 94 right now. And once we go green here, I'll be able to see what time it is. I think it's middle of the day, so this track temp's actually probably going to climb. 35% fuel, 3 sets of tires. I did a test earlier this week, and we can do about 16 laps on a tank of fuel, which is actually a lap more than the Gen 4 car. So 1632, then it will be 48, then 64 will get you to 2 stops, and then from there 64 in 16. Off the top of my head is 80. Make that 78, and then 12 to 90. So should see some stops and some strategy come into play here from Texas as we get ready to kick off Season 2 of the return of the Truck Series tonight. Of course, presented by Marion Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram from the Texas Motor Speedway. Here we go. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out online on Facebook and in the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. And might I add, get ready for a whole lot of draft. Logan Hamilton there, top side to 12. One truck getting loose back there. That was Cornwell. Dallas Childers is skating through the grass here, cutting the grass. One truck in the wall. Is it raining or something? I mentioned the logo. Check out the new logo up there at the top of the ticker. Shout out to Casey for doing that. He's done a lot of work here. I talked about the cameras that he's done with the Gen 4 car / ARCA car, and then now the logo, of course, he did for the TI series. A couple teammates back here is Cornwell under attack. The discount tire Ford of Kyle Ethier making a move. And up front, Carrington. I think he's going to go into fuel save mode and let Zach Mertes go to the inside and take the lead. He knows being out front burns more fuel, so why not fall back into the pack a little bit here. Hamilton having a little bit of trouble getting around there. He should be able to draft up to him. A lot of drag in these trucks, so you can't really just let out of the gas and let the guy go because you'll lose so much momentum. And there's the Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet car of Ryan Whitaker. Miles there riding behind him, and it's about a second back to Craig Martin. How much did draft playing a role? Chris Lewis just ran the fastest lap from 7th. As he rides in that draft right there. Seeing some trucks bobble around a little bit. Martez pulling away to about a 1/10 of a second lead. Carrington there in third. Whitaker, Miles, Martin, Lewis, Ethier, Cornwell, as I mentioned. And there's Nick Leo there behind him in the Jewel truck. Ronald Piles there in the 68 drafting up. And there's a little bit of gap back here. Jake Fanowski trying to get up there in the 007. And these other trucks back behind, they're trying to draft up. But they had some issues at the start of the race, so they're kind of working their own pack. They need to go single file and stay that way. As up here, Ryan Whitaker, topside, going to go around Carrington. You see track temp 96 degrees right now. Actually, Whitaker's trying to climb the top here. Not only passing, he might have found something here. He passed Carrington, passed Hamilton, and now topside Charlie on Mertez. Don't hit him, though. There's a bump over there in 3 and 4, is there? Good grief. There was a reason why a lot of people said that we should not repave Texas. Let this be the example. Look at the great truck racing we're getting here. I'm sounding like Michael Waltrip here, praising the truck racing. Nothing like the trucks. So for those curious, this backpack here with Melnick and Rick Ward and Clement Downing and Dallas Childers, they are actually making up some time on the leaders. So they need to see, they're sliding up the track a little bit here. They need to roll out of the gas a little bit. Roll out early and just get back to the throttle. Not sure if the trucks is getting tight there now with the tires wearing in the draft or what the deal is here. Up front, it's getting interesting. Hamilton looking to peek out there on Mertez. Pushes Whitaker up the track. Casey looking below there, not able to do so. I didn't get a chance to do this, so let me do something here real quickly. So the top 8 right now within about a second. And Randy Cornwell's out here kind of hanging out in the 22 truck. And you got Nick Leo, Ronald Piles. So you got 11 trucks in the pack. And then you got the 4 trucks that have kind of separated out a little bit here now. I don't know if it's the handling is going out on their trucks or what the deal is here. But Melnick here behind Vanoski, they're trying to draft up to each other. And you got Rick Ward, Clement Downing, and then Childers, who's fallen off a lot. Not sure if he got the wall or something. Hamilton trying to get around Mertez, and Ryan Whitaker still trying to get that top side to work. So here comes pit stops. Miles going to be the first to pit. 3 sets of tires, so likely fuel only right here. Yep, Miles going to go fuel only here. Did not see the tires lift up off the ground there. So simple 6-second stop with the 35% fuel. Going to roll out. And Nick Leo coming to pit road. Rick Ward is in. I think Clement Downing's coming to pit road. And I think you're going to see the majority of the field coming in right here. Everybody calling out their pit stalls. This could be a little bit of a cluster truck, if you will, coming to pit road. Whitaker coming in deep. And Kyle Ethier just passed about 4 trucks. Wow, what a move that was. He must have practiced that one. That was impressive. Especially if he didn't speed. Yeah, take some notes on that one. Oh, Zach Mertes spun around. And Ethier misses his pit stall. That went all for naught. So there was a method to the madness on Miles's part. All alone coming to pit road. Look at how he is going to jump to the front. Everybody, fuel only, maybe. Well, Kyle Ethier had issues on his pit stop, so I'm not sure if he took 2 tires or not. With his stop, Zach Mertes, or Rick Ward, I should say, maybe 2 tires. But Zach Mertes, unfortunately, falls to the back. Let's see what all transpired here. There was a lot of action. First, let's watch Superman's move into pit road here. That was pretty impressive on Ethier's part. Watch this. No, not that part. That's what he was doing, the 2-step tango, trying to get into his pit stall. He is back here behind Ryan Whitaker. And Whitaker's going to come in pretty deep there. Mertes checks up a little bit there. And he passes, what, 3 trucks? And let's see how this all... See, here's the problem. Again, no spotter on pit road, so Ryan Whitaker probably has no clue that Mertes is there. And he's going to go to turn left, and around goes Mertes. And then Ethier goes and hits the inside wall. Well, there you go. So the first round of pit stops are done. Field's spreading out a little bit now. As there's your leader, Stephen Miles, Logan Hamilton. Ryan Whitaker back here in 3rd now, with Craig Martin up to 4th, Carrington to 5th. And now it's pretty much almost like a super speedway. You got to draft up to try to catch the leaders. Chris Lewis there in 7th. Cornwell's now 8th. Vanoski and Ronald Piles 10th. And again, the guy that's got to do the work here. And there's Zach Mertes going to pass Rick Ward for position. For 13th. He is 19 seconds back after that incident. And he's going to need tons of help. Track temp hitting 100 degrees here. So we race number 1. Legacy Texas, the TI Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series. Let's check out lap times now that they're alone here to see if we have some packs that are maybe catching the leader. Everybody running 30-second laps. Tal's about to knock the wall down there. Craig Martin got around Ryan Whitaker here. Now they just try to draft up. You see the top 2 just up ahead about 2.5 seconds, almost 3 seconds. blip of the throttle. Otherwise, you're pretty much wide open. Got out of it there, got a little tight. Well, that's part of the deal with this league is the strategy you got to do to survive in this race. As sometimes we have to remind ourselves of the smallest definition of racing that you can think of. And when I say the smallest, I mean like something that's so easy to forget. Racing is simply the first vehicle that can get to the finish line in the least amount of time. That's all it is. As Carrington's going to short pit now and come to pit road, I think he's going to try to get tires here. That would be the only thing I could think of to come to pit road at this point. So Carrington, 4 tires and fuel. Let's see now if he can. He's going to try to undercut back up there. And I think Steven's going to accept that challenge, and Miles going to come to pit road. Here comes, I think you're going to see Whitaker come in. Oh, and Hamilton. What happened here? Logan, I think, just missed pit road. Oh, there's the racing follies for you. And we will get a replay of that straight for Logan's embarrassment. 4 tires and fuel for these trucks. Right at the lap 30 mark. Now, I'm curious to see if anyone tries to differ here and go fuel only again. I mean, you're going to lose time, but you might have a set of tires later in case a yellow comes out. So Craig Martin stays out. Lewis second. Let's go back to the... For Logan Xander Hamilton. I can't even say Hamilton. Allenton? What the... Anyways. Here comes Craig Martin to pit road. Ah, Logan. I just love way too. He saw Miles pit and panicked. That's exactly what happened there. And then he tries to get it back in gear, clips the grass, goes surfing USA, and a whole bunch of issues there. Mertes on pit road, so is Lewis, Ethier, Childers, Melnick. Randy Cornwell, which, by the way, new for those who weren't here Tuesday night, one rule that has modified itself this season is you do get a point for leading a lap now in the series. That was not a rule. It was originally just lead the most laps And you also got one for the pole. You got one for 0 incident points. And for the fastest lap. Now, you can get one for leading a lap also. As Miles will assume the lead here. Through 1 and 2. Carrington going to undercut his way to second. Craig Martin third. Hamilton fourth. So let's take you through the field here after the second round of pit stops. I'll keep the map up there so you can see where everybody's at. Stephen Miles leading this race now by 4.1 seconds over Casey Carrington in his debut, running in P2 in that 4 truck. Ironically, Hamilton, the driver that used to drive the 4 truck, Bobby Hamilton, the late Bobby Hamilton, and here's Logan Hamilton driving the 12 and 3rd. Ryan Whitaker in the 51 truck running 4th. And he and Craig Martin running 4th and 5th right now. They're going to try to drive up. Caution. And it's the 1 truck, Stephen Melnick, on the back straightaway here. So, remember what I just said about that fuel-only strategy there? You would have a set of tires to use right here if that caution comes out. What happened to Melnick? This is going to throw a little wrench in the strategy, I think. Oh, he got the bump in turn 1. Gets loose, trying to save it, trying to save it. Good job to lock it down. Oh, well, until there he saved it. It's like, what wall? Oh, and he loses it again and tags the wall a second time. There's a bump, if you don't remember the old Texas in 1 and 2 where the tunnel is. That bump bit him hard. Right there. And leaders are coming to pit road. I'm assuming this will be fuel only for everybody. So a couple cars staying out here is Miles will win a race off pit road. Hamilton, Carrington. Kyle Ethier comes out second. There's a trick to it, Aaron. You have to see. I wish you'd have reached out to me. I'd have helped you with it. I've ran this track so many times, back when it was the actual track. All right, let's. Don't ever be scared not to run a race here, especially in this series, because you don't know a track. All right, let's talk to a couple people here real quickly. Let's get Lewis up here first. Lewis having a good run in the. Well, who cares what position he's in right now? He's a lap down. What the heck? What are you doing?
On pit road.
Oh, you got to be kidding. Sped on pit road.
I sped on pit. It was either speed or wrecking it.
Well, you could know it.
And I chose to speed.
All right. Well, you could speed your way to Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Why?
Because we have employee pricing on Gladiators.
Wait a minute. You get strong men?
Well, no, but you get nice Jeep trucks.
Oh, that's
They
fair.
look like Wranglers, but they're a truck.
They are. They got those big old tires on them, too.
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
No, well.
Some of them I need a step ladder to get in.
You need a step ladder to get into a Cadillac. Come on. Anyways, but no, so obviously great deals there. You can check out the website. Of course, MarionCDJF.com. Right?
And Spruce Pine Chevrolet, if you are a Chevy guy.
Say the website again because I cut you off.
SprucePineChevrolet.com.
There you go. Make sure you check out that one if you're a Chevy guy like Steve. Never mind.
Randy's taking us out.
All right. We're gonna go jump and embarrass somebody here real quickly. Actually, you know what? You can be in here with me as I bring him up here. Logan,
Yo,
what in the world are you doing?
texting and driving.
I noticed that by the way you came to pit road.
Oh yeah, I just missed it. And then I downshifted, and then I caught the grass and almost died.
So, be honest. Did you panic when you saw Miles pit, and that's why you made the move?
No, I mean he told me he was pitting, and I'm like, I had a guy on my outside for 20 laps, and my tires are dead, so I might as well pit with him.
Did you forget your
and
tires
still
were
be
dead?
okay. Yeah, basically.
All right, bud. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Logan Hamilton. Hey, at least he's honest. And check out, the websites that Mr. Lewis mentioned. Of course, he's at Marion Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. All right, so Randy Cornwell has stayed out. He is the leader of this race. I like that strategy, actually. Kyle Ethier second. Logan Hamilton third. Make that Stephen Miles third. Logan Hamilton fourth. Casey Carrington, your top five. So we all pitted at 37, except for Ethier and Cornwell. Now I got to do more math in my head. Yeah, I almost put this race backwards. 90, 74, and 16 is 58. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're right on the number here, boys. As green flag comes out, Ethier spins the tires. It's going to hurt Miles a little bit there as he wasn't able to make the pass because of the passing to the inside rule. That's on iRacing. So Cornwell gets a real good start, pulls out to about 2/10 on Hamilton. I'm going to be honest here. I mean, if you could save a 17th lap of fuel for the next two stints, 57, that gets you to 74, and then you only have to do 16 to the finish. I'm just saying. So this could be a two-stop race if somebody saves the fuel. As Cornwell, a little bit of a block on his teammate there. Hamilton coming to the top side. Wonder if anybody's done the math. Now for Cornwell and Ethier, they're kind of banking on a caution here because they will not be able to do that strategy. Here comes Kyle to the inside. Kyle looked like he might have clipped the apron there just a little bit. And Ethier's going to clear. Cornwell going to dive right back in it. Crossover move. Nice move by Randy. You got Nick Leo and Carrington back there kind of drafting off each other. 6th and 7th positions. Benoski and Mertez back up the 9th. He was the one that really needed that yellow. Zach Mertez is, that is. Hamilton trying to work his way around as Cornwell. It's like I said, it's like super speedway racing. Randy's got to protect both the top side. It seems to be getting a run off the backstretch or off the corner, but then the inside lane into the corner because of the shorter distance. He's doing a good job of it with the older tires. Well, I say older tires. I mean, they're all on the same tires right now because nobody took tires on that stop, I believe. Draft about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting 10 trucks there. Looks like Craig Martin back there at the end of the line, maybe. No, there's not. Actually, that's Lewis. I'm sorry, it's a lap truck back there. I would say Craig Martin's like 3 seconds back. That's the closest 3 seconds I've ever seen. Check back here on Zach Mertes. There he is in the O2 truck. He has caught the back of this pack. Yes, he's too. Oh, did Leo get the outside wall a little bit there? As Miles to the outside of Whitaker. Oh, almost some contact with Hamilton there. Hamilton and Ethier almost touching. As Dallas Childers having some issues, it looks like. And Kyle Ethier coming to pit road. This is on schedule. So Cornwell should be in next time by or in the next couple laps. Cornwell is in from the lead, did a good job holding the lead during that run. As the back-to-back Georgia Bulldog National Championship trucks on pit road. And I see fuel only, it looks like. And now here come the leaders, and I'm interested in this move because 37:54. Yeah, this is right at that 17 lap mark. Well, they might. Oh, caution! And it's for Zach Mertes. Zach has wrecked over in turn 3. And a caution out. And that's going to put a lot of people a lap down here. And I think Kyle Ethier was involved in this wreck too. And Ethier with heavy damage. Oh, wow, that 6 truck's destroyed. Oh, and Cornwell got hit too. So did Lewis. So 4 trucks involved. So I think what was going on there is Mertes saw Cornwell coming onto the track and didn't realize there were some trucks maybe above him or something, and was trying to give Randy room, and it made contact with him and Kyle, and Lewis had nowhere to go. So 4 trucks, unfortunately, losing out on that, and including 2 of them being the leaders at that moment. I'm trying to see what the situation is now. Looks like so the leaders were able to cycle back around, and Hamilton is now the leader. Miles, Carrington, Vinoski now 4th. Rick Ward going to be 6th now, and then Craig Martin 7th. And you're going to have some cars take lucky or wave arounds here, I should say. I think you're going to see Whitaker take a wave around here. I think Cornwell's going to take one. So is the 1 of Melnick, the 68 of Piles, the 10 of Childers. All these guys are going to get wave rounds, even though the 22 is in that wreck. He's going to go ahead and take the wave here and get himself back on the lead lap, and if he can get a quick yellow, he'll get his damage fixed. And Craig Martin, I like this move, coming back to pit road to top off this tank. As here we go, coming back to the green. Watch the 55 to 22, and those guys get through. Leaders all trying to scurry away, and up the second goes Carrington inside of Miles. Here comes Vinoski with him in that 007. Logan Hamilton assuming the lead here, 30 laps to go. Yeah, dude knows how to paint. Zach Mertez hanging on to the 6th position somehow with that damage on his truck. I believe Mike Husby did that paint because I look on the back and I see MH Designs, which would be Mike Husby, who is a driver there with Case. So this is the guy right here I'm kind of keeping an eye on. If these guys cannot make it on fuel, if they cannot, the 55 truck's the one to watch. As he came in there at the last second, topped off the tank. He's the only one that did. Yeah, especially if this race goes into an overtime session, we could be looking at something sneaky here. As Leo goes to third around Miles, and here comes Carrington for the lead. And back to the front goes the Ford truck. Now, how about Jake Vanowski? Started all the way back in the 13th position, running P4 now. There's Martin now going to go inside of Whitaker here as they're about 3 seconds back. Going to throw a little blinky-doo in there also. And make the pass. Clement Downing trying to hold on there. Clement is a lap down in 14th. Going to need himself a yellow if he wants to try to make a comeback here. Everybody should still have about 2 sets of tires left at this point of the race. User set here at the next stop. And then you'll have one more set to get you to the finish. The question is, when do you use that one set? Train here of about 6 or 7 trucks, including the lap truck of Lewis, who sped on pit road earlier. And Kyle Ethier's back on track, 14 laps down in 16th. Childers on pit road right now because he gets service done on that 10 truck. So this is actually the last league broadcast we have until next Tuesday, as we're off this weekend for Labor Day. No All-American tomorrow night, no Sim 500 Sunday or Monday. I will be streaming a little bit though because I do got some racing and stuff. A little AI. Got the AI Coke 600 we get to do this weekend. So I'll be doing that. Uh-oh. Something just happened to Logan Hamilton. And now caution is out. What in the world? Oh, Clement Downing is spun. And now the 51, now the 22 gets hit. This race really just got flipped on its head. No pun intended. Oh, wow. So Clement got the wall and got in the side of Kyle. That's going to bring the caution out. And what happened to Whittaker? Oh no. So the caution comes out. Ryan has to hang a right. And then Clement and Randy hit each other. And Randy's truck's destroyed now. So what happened to Logan? Well, he actually missed pit road again. And then enters the wrong way. Oh, boy. And, of course, the caution comes out with that. And looks like everybody came to pit road there. And Ryan Whittaker ends up first off pit road with fuel only. Craig Martin. Okay, there goes Whittaker to pit. So Craig Martin is going to lead this race with no tires. Carrington is going to be second. This is all over the place now. I got to figure this one out. All right, so the fuel mileage game's out the window. We don't have to worry about that now, unless we go to overtime. right, going to come back to the green. Martin, Carrington. Leo on the inside, row 2, with Stephen Miles and Zach Mertez, I believe, is 5th. 15, make that 14 laps to go. Craig Martin is on older tires. What I always say is if you spin the tires, they're going to go to the right. And Martin rolls. Here we go. He didn't go to the right. What was the first one? I heard the second. Was that you, Ryan? Who was the first one? Keep going. I'm working on it. Oh, you got. Never mind. For some reason, it's not working in my app. So sorry about that. So Carrington to the front now as Martin blinks his way back to the 6th position. Leo up to 2nd. Miles, Mertez, Vanoski now in the top 5. Oh, and somebody's spinning in the back. That is Melnick in the 1. That brings the caution back out. So it looks like Melnick just goes around in turn 2 again, brings that to caution. Did he get the bump again? Oh, he hits the apron, and then the bump. He double whammied, and now he's on the apron. Truck's all out of control. Does a great job to spin it back around on the back straightaway here. It's a simple, lazy 360. As a couple trucks come to pit road, Craig Martin, Chris Lewis. Piles and Cornwell probably getting damage fixed. And for Martin, he took fuel here. He did not take tires. If that math's right, he might have taken 2. So next week it is Rockingham, Tuesday and Thursday for the Gen 4 Series and the Truck Series. One thing I've been trying to do is put scores and stuff up on my stream. There's an app that somebody told me once about when I was delivering a stop, and I cannot remember for the life of me what that app is. But I was hoping that tonight I'd be able to have like college football scores going across the screen or something while we're racing. But yeah, not getting my way yet. All right, so we should get one to go next time by. So we'll get the green, about 8 laps to go. Carrington's going to take the low lane here. Nick Leo going to restart topside second. Miles Mertes up to fourth after that accident earlier. And Vanoski going to be fifth. Logan Hamilton has missed pit road twice. He is sixth. Craig Martin, I think, is on 2 tires, is seventh. That's fair. As we come to the green, Carrington leading them, 8 laps to go. Mertes with a block on Vanoski. As Vanoski backs out of it, and Hamilton going to take the top side here and make it work. 3 wide and mid-pack back there. As I think Clement just got the wall. Whitaker to late move inside. Oh, Mertes in the wall. And we continue green 3 wide into 3. And Miles goes to the front around Carrington. Six to go. Two drivers last season swept the week of racing. Logan Hamilton did it twice, and Kyle Ethier did it the opening weekend. If Miles can lead the last 6 laps here for the 2nd straight year, somebody will sweep the opening weekend. Or week, or whatever you want to call it. Logan with a late move inside 3 wide. No! Carrington and Leo. They both save it. As Vanoski gets the wall, Martin has to check up. Here comes Whitaker. Trucks everywhere. And that was not a pass in the grass. He was already past him. Now they all got to work together and try to get back up to the leaders. 3 to go. They made up about a 10th right there as they come to 2 to go. White flag, final lap. Can Miles hold on? Logan clipped the grass. Logan trying to draft, sends it in there inside lane, trying to get a little air to his nose. Miles protecting the bottom. Logan not going to be able to do anything. Stephen Miles sweeps the week at Texas. It opens up the Truck Series with a win. Whitaker holds on to third over Carrington. And Chris Lewis, top 5. And I think Craig Martin might have had some issues. And on the team side, by the way, I learned this actually this afternoon. For Stephen Miles, he just became the all-time leading driver of TI Racing in wins. He has passed AJ Vasor, I think it was. Let me see who the driver is. Looking for it. AJ Stravato, that's who it was. Sorry, didn't mean to get him mixed up with Vasor. But AJ Stravato, most career wins in TI history now. So congratulations to Miles on that. As we take a look at the finishing order. As Miles wins it by 2/10 over Hamilton, Whitaker gets third. Carrington, Chris Lewis, your top 5. Nick Leo just misses out on a top 5, finished 6th. Craig Martin, 7th. Zach Mertez, 8th. Jake Vanosky and Dallas Childers with a top 10. How about that? Good job, Dallas. Ronald Piles, 11th. Rick Ward, 12th. Clement Downing, 13th. Melnick, 14th. Randy Cornwell and Kyle Ethier. Unfortunately, the 16 finishers in what ended up being a crazy race in the end. So something that and we have some post-race fireworks potentially. Oh no. Randy not happy with the incident under caution. Pretty much Kyle Busch, Clement Downing. And I say Kyle Busch because it is Texas. And we all remember what happened in that race in 2011 when Kyle Busch put Ron Hornaday in the fence. All right, let's go down and talk to our drivers that finished in the top 3. As we get Ryan Whitaker in here, a.k.a. Byung Sung. I don't know what the hell that means, but it works out either way. Yeah, good third place run there, and a little wildness there those last couple laps, and you cannot, I'm going to go ahead and be straight with you right here, you cannot say that was a pass in the grass because you had already made the pass.
Yeah, just like Dale, you know, they call it the pass on the
That's
grass,
true.
but he did not pass anybody because he's that badass. And I like to model my driving style after him. And I think he would have been proud going from 7th to 4th and then eventually 3rd due to that move.
Well, I'm pretty sure that, let's see, the Pearson family, Cale Yarborough, and anybody else from South Carolina is pretty offended by that comment right now.
Well, they may be, but it is what it is. And Arena of Ideas Racing is happy with a podium and another top 10 finish from my buddy Dallas here, team owner.
He did get team owner. Did get a top 10. Good job on his part tonight. Third place run for you. Talk about the racing out there, the draft, how much a role that played, and obviously being wide open for a very long time during that race.
Yeah, it was more settled than I thought it would be. I thought the ARCA race on Tuesday would help me here, but I'll be honest, it wasn't much of a crossover. Um, Truck handles completely differently, and it's basically a mini plate track, so kind of like a little Atlanta here. So it was a lot of fun. I feel like everyone did pretty good. I could not pick when to pit tonight to save my life, but you'll have that, and I am very happy with the top 3 finish after everything that happened on pit road for me.
Did you decide not to have your newborn son draw a lap number out of a hat?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that next week. He could not pick a lap for me to pit on. He's a good crew chief. He gets the credit for the third, but if you watch the race, it goes to the driver. But I'm happy he could be my crew chief. And we've got 2 races in the truck series so far from the relaunch, and this is our worst finish. So if we can keep that up, I like our chances.
There you go. No, nothing wrong with that. And so is it one pacifier, whatever, I don't know I forget what you call it, where you kind of make that noise like that with the pacifier? Is it 1 for pit now, 2 to stay out?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And if you can hear that from there, we might have to change up our strategy. We'll tweak some things for next week. I believe it's Rockingham, so we'll just drive up there. Don't have to fly out, and should be a good night.
There you go, man. Shout out to everyone too, bud.
I want to thank Ken Whitaker Chevrolet, LD Concepts, creating a beautiful paint scheme. Appreciate the league putting it on, and a big shout out to Arena of Idea Racing for quite possibly could be the first time 2 trucks in the top 10. And appreciate you doing the broadcast.
That's a pretty good start to the season, I'd say. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As Byung Sung, aka Ryan Whitaker, the first, goes P3 here tonight. I don't know what channel you want to go to, so you're going there. So let's talk to our P2 finisher tonight. That'd be Logan Hamilton. And Logan tonight, spent plenty of time missing pit road, and somehow still comes out with a top 2 finish. And obviously, I think a little bit of draft help behind you would have probably helped, but track position hurt you there into a P2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it worked for me the first time, breaking really late. Okay, I got around a bunch of people, but yeah, obviously missed it the second time, but was able to recover. And then that last pit stop, even if I was getting screwed either way because the caution came out right before I got to pit road, so I would have had to go to the back anyway because I would have got an entering closed pit penalty. Right. So it didn't really matter, but it sucks because I got up front and I made that might have been one of the nicest moves I've made in quite a while, that 3 wide move. But yeah, I mean, I got right up to Miles and just the dirty air was really bad. There's just no chance of me trying to get any closer than 2/10, and I really tried to send it into 3 on that last lap, but it pushed so much. There was no chance for me even trying to get to his bumper. So, I mean, I'm happy with P2. This definitely isn't a good track for me. I mean, I struggled in the ARCA race, and I mean, was okay, but because this track didn't really take much talent tonight, just with how little power these trucks have at a track like this, it's just gonna be flat out the whole time and just managing the right front and the draft almost like a super speedway. So I'll definitely take P2. I haven't raced since really last season ended, so just getting back in the groove of things. And yeah, congrats to Miles for sweeping the weekend.
Week. Which you did twice last season, so he kind of pulling a card from you there. But no, I can hear the disappointment because obviously I know people hate finishing second, and I totally understand that. I mean, I remember a couple weeks ago I surprised, I think, people on a stream where I was talking down on myself for finishing third. I was Chase Elliott myself. But needless to say, that's got to be a good thing to feel that way, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because I know I can win, and Miles is obviously going to be a very tough opponent. He's really good, and Carrington was really good tonight. Whitaker, I mean, that first run with Whitaker was crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe he was able to hang on my outside for like 20 laps straight, and then that second stint on the tires, my right front was gone because I was having to hold it down for so long.
Was that because you
But
had a lot of
yeah,
clean air, maybe up there on the top
maybe
side?
yeah, and just with the way Mertes was running with going up to the wall off the corner, he was getting
Mm.
a little draft, even if Zach was coming back down to help me. But I can't. That's another thing, just kind of how these races are, especially with me having to lift in the corner with the dirty air of Zach. So it was just kind of the way it played out. But um, yeah, I'm looking forward to Rockingham, a track that's not flat out the whole time.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight. Send some shout out to whoever you like to.
Just shout out to Marion Carcer Dodge Jeep Ram for sponsoring me. Thanks to TI Racing and Chris Lewis and all my TI teammates, Zach, Miles, Chris, obviously. Um, and thanks to you for putting on a show for us. I'm excited to watch it tomorrow and watch me drive through the field like 4 times.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. That is Logan Hamilton, who finishes second here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. Unfortunately, behind his teammate slash guy he wants to beat every week. Nothing wrong with that, and that being Stephen Miles, who does exactly what Kyle Ethier did last season on opening week, and that was sweep the races. But more importantly, on a side note, I mentioned it before, but tonight with that win, Steve, you pass AJ Stravato as the winningest driver in the TI team history.
Oh, really? I mean, dang, man. I mean, that's a good thing, I guess. Records are meant to be broken. I mean, you've been there every step of the way, man. Me buying my first rig, and the first league I started in was in TI Arca, and the next season being your teammate, and the rest is history.
Absolutely. And obviously, tonight, some fantastic race, especially there as we got to the end. That definitely got interesting with the contact and different things going on. I mean, you kind of saw it in the mirror, but there was some interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's weird with these trucks and this draft at these mile and a halves, man. I never really just showed my speed. I just wanted to ride and then let my speed come out towards the end of the run or whenever I feel like I could get away from that draft and really stretch it out. I think I did that in the middle of the race, had like a 3.2 second. I felt good. I was saving time, still pulling away, and caution come out. And I like these races, this strategy, how y'all have it set up. And towards the end there, I was waiting on Leo. I wanted Leo to race that 4 car Casey, man. I'm glad he came to the league. He's a step up in the competition for sure, man. He's gonna make you drive hard. So I mean my strategy changed when another caution came out and I was in the inside and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try to get around them and whatever happens, happens. They either gonna try to pass me on the outside or inside. I just gotta hold my line and try my best to drag race them to the checker. And I seen what happened in the back, and I was kind of glad that I went to the front. I really expected Casey to block the bottom more than he did, but I kind of set it up to get to the bottom, and I don't know if he was tight or what. But it was good fun racing, man. I no doubt about it. It's an honor to get this win, man, and break that record.
Well, how tight was the draft like when it comes to getting clean air and trying to keep the truck with the momentum? How much was that a roll tonight? How tough was it driving in the pack itself to try to gain track position, that kind of thing?
It was like once you're behind somebody on fresh tires, it kind of was a support. If
Mm-hmm.
you had that clean air, you'll get loose on the bottom, and you'll kind of have to get out the throttle or whatever, and that just gets you ran over. But more towards the middle and the end of the run of the first and second stint was when you felt the other car making you tight in the middle off, and it showed it in 3 and 4. You could just tell everybody moving up a groove and a half, just trying to get the momentum to keep going. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I just saved my tires. I never really was pushing it. So when they started going to the high side, I could still roll the bottom, and that kind of like separated me from them. But other than that, I mean, that draft and that dirty air is serious. I mean, it's good to get out front, but then again, you can't even take off nowhere because they're just gonna draft back up to you. It's a chess match. You got to make your move the right time, and I believe I did that tonight.
Well, great job and congratulations, and send some shout outs to whoever you like to.
Shout out iRacing, Lewis, my teammates. Some of my teammates didn't make it tonight. Hope they had a good night. Make it home safe. Appreciate you being a broadcaster, man. The number one broadcaster in iRacing, man. Hands down. Thank God. Thank my girlfriend. Thank Marion Chrysler and Dodge in North Carolina, the best dealership out there, man. Y'all go down there and get a good deal from Lewis. And that'll be it, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, great job tonight, and go enjoy your Thursday night.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stephen Miles, winner tonight here in Texas, and as mentioned, becomes the winningest driver in the TI team history. So, shout out to all the drivers who came out tonight. Some good racing. I know we had some cautions, but that's part of the game. Shout out to the viewers who came out and watched tonight. Appreciate that. And shout out to Acid Walls, by the way. I believe that's, of course, Dominic Russo's band that's performing over in Jersey right now. So, hope they're putting on a good show, as I'm sure they are. Also, shout out to the Florida Gators, who look absolutely phenomenal right now. Go Noles. Anyways, I'm out. Enjoy college football too, by the way. This isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.